Hey guys, what's up? Austin Gravfitt here, owner of Gravfitt. I'm really excited today because I'm doing my first Q&A. As promised on my email list, I said ask whatever you want last Friday, and now I'm delivering it back to you. So I want to thank everyone who participated in this. I'm going to make everything very concise, yet very detailed, so it's going to be sweet, short, and to the point. So let's get started. I want to start off on Brian. Brian said, in your honest opinion, what is the absolute most important thing to be able to lose weight? Is it eating correctly, or is it the exercises you do? Thanks, Austin. You're doing such a great job. First and foremost, thank you, Brian, for reaching out to me. It's an excellent question. I want to say, to be quite honest, it is your diet. So your diet is about 70% of results. After that, your training is about 30%, I want to say strictly. So with that said, if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to be consuming at least, to lose weight, 12 times 200. So that's about roughly 2,400 calories you want to be consuming on a daily basis. That's the most important thing in order to lose weight. In terms of exercise, the 30% you want to do compound movements, and you want to do multi-joint movements. So what I mean by that is you want to do bench press, squats, deadlifts, anything that uses multiple joints, not like a bicep curl or not a tricep kickback. Those type of movements don't burn as many calories, so that's why you want to do compound movements. They recruit more muscles. So excellent question, Brian. Next question we have Nastasia, and she asked, I would like to thank you for the constant emails and information it's been extremely helpful. My question is, how do you feel about Herbalife or 310 Nutrition? I'm really horrible. I had calorie counting and I figured this might be a healthy solution. Anyway, thanks again. I do appreciate your help and encouragement. Well, to be quite honest, Nastasia, I don't know too much about those two companies. I would say Herbalife, I believe that's, I really am not too educated on those companies, to be honest with you. I personally, in terms of the question I think you're asking is, do I count my calories? And to be quite honest, yes, I do. I did for a long period of time. What I did was I don't have my phone on me, but I actually used MyFitnessPal. You can download the app; it's for free. And I counted my calories on there for about a month or so, or a couple of months when I first started, like really getting to nutrition. And over time, I started to grasp like how much everything was just from repetitively putting it in. And it came fluently after that. Naturally, I didn't have to check it anymore, and now I can eat on a daily basis. I know how much I'm taking in just from seeing the amount of calories in the app so much that I don't even have to calorie count anymore, because I can reach within that parameter when I eat. I can kind of figure it out in my head. So to be quite honest, I can't really steer you in those two companies and educate you that much in those two. I would say try MyFitnessPal. That's a healthy solution, but you want to eat, whole foods, and you want to eat a well-balanced diet. So, about 50% carbohydrates, 30% protein, and then 20% fat, somewhere in that range. Or you can do a 40-40-20, so 40% protein, 40% carbohydrates, and 20% of your diet coming from fat. So that's a good recommendation right there. So thank you for that question. Next we have Kurt. And Kurt asks, this is an interesting question. I appreciate it, Kurt. Do you read every single email or truly answer every question that you get, or do you have a team that replies to the email? I feel like it'd be pretty lengthy if you had to read everyone's email and reply to them all. Maybe not the type of question you were expecting, sorry. If this is about me, then maybe I should tell you more about myself and what working means to me. As much as your tips help me in working out and getting the ideal body that I've always wanted. Working out has become more than that. It's become a routine that I follow and need to cool down and relax from stress and disappointments from life. The gym is a sanctuary and I'm dedicated to it. Therefore, I'm no longer worried about getting that perfect body, because I know that this is long-term and my body will come eventually. So what I'm trying to say is, if you truly follow the ideas of Dale Carnegie's book, Win Friends and Influence People, and you want to know people to become more successful, I believe that you need to know their lives as much as possible and be able to understand why they are determined to hit the gym and to use that to help them. But who am I? Okay, cool. So Kurt, excellent question. That's very interesting. And to answer your question, I actually do read every single email. and I do respond to every single email that I get. Yes, I do get a lot, but I dedicate my time to that because it's important, because I want to help. That's my vision, is to inspire and gravitate 1 million people towards a healthier lifestyle. And it would be, I would be going against my word if I said, that would be, I would be a hypocrite if I said, I'm trying to help people and not actually answer their questions, and I had a team doing it. So, to be quite honest too, as of right now, I'm a one-man. I mean, I have a small assistant here and there, but I handle everything on my own because I believe that, no one can, and not to sound arrogant, but I believe in no one, if I hire someone, they can't go up to my standards. I mean, I know what I do. I'm responsible for everything, every flaw I make, and every good thing I do. So that's why I don't want to hire anyone. But yes, in the future when I do grow, I probably will have to. But it will be clear. Everything will be sent. Say some things I have to have someone answer. I will double check it, and I will put my own words in, or I'll answer the question, then I'll have someone edit it and all that stuff, because that's usually what takes a while to send an email out. It's not the actual response. It's the editing and making it get to the point, because I'm not the best writer, I'll be honest with you. But that's one thing I'm working on too. So I know it's a little bit of a lengthy answer I gave you, but to be honest, yeah, I'm my own one-man band, and I don't really intend to hire like a huge team. I want to make it, all about Gravfitt as an individual. I do want to have people help me out, but that's my goal at the end of the day. So I want to cater to people like I said I would. So thank you, Kurt, for that question. That was awesome. Next we have, let's see, Loney. And Loney asks, let's see. Here we go. So Loney's question was, my question is not about fitness, it's about health. I notice you have amazing white teeth. Well, thank you, Loney, I appreciate that. Mine aren't that white actually, but I want to make them whiter. I wonder if you do something to keep them white and shiny. So to answer your question, Loney, I actually used to use strips, Crest whitening strips, and I used to use a paste. The problem with that is it can ruin the enamel on your teeth if you do it too frequently. So it's not sustainable over long periods of time. It's good for short-term events, like if you're going to a wedding or anything like that. If you want to use a whitening, you want to look at your best. But if you want it for a long period of time, use hydrogen peroxide. You can get that. I'm sure you can get that. I see it says you're from Israel, so I believe they should have Crest 3D, in Israel as well. So I use Crest 3D, and I use hydrogen peroxide. Now, you can probably buy, if you can't buy them out there, you can probably buy them on Amazon and get it shipped to your house, so it's no problem. The hydrogen peroxide, don't be alarmed, because it is used for abrasive or cuts and abrasions on your skin, and it's also an oral use. So it's a brown bottle. It's about $1 at the dollar store. It's really effective. You just put it in your mouth for a minute before you go to bed every night and swish it around and then spit it out. That's it. The toothpaste is called 3D Crest White. It's a purple toothpaste. It's really good. It's made by Crest. Awesome stuff. So I really appreciate that, Loney. Like I said, I don't use any magic tricks. I'm being flat out honest with you. I'm all about honesty, and that's it. That's all I use, those two things. But I appreciate you noticing that, so that's awesome. So it looks like our final question we have is from Brian, and another Brian that said, let's see here. Okay. He said, if you worked out 3 to 4 days a week, how long would it take to lose 20 pounds? Like if I followed your program and did everything you said, how long would it take to guarantee a total of 20-pound loss? So Brian, to be quite honest with you, 20 pounds, roughly, I say to lose anything that's healthy, 2 pounds, no more than 2 pounds a week on average you should lose. So ideally, that would be about 10 weeks if you did the math. You could lose 20 pounds in 10 weeks. For my show, typically I lose 20 pounds in about 10 to 12 weeks. I actually had a client, I know I just said it's not healthy, but he was fairly overweight in the past, and he lost roughly 19 pounds in the course of 5 weeks. So this was a couple months back. It really depends on the individual. It depends on their goals too. If they're trying to gain muscle, and lose weight at the same time. It really depends. So to be honest with you, to give you a clear answer, I would say 10 weeks would be safe. And you have to work out, 3 to 4 times a week, cardio and weightlifting combined in a sound diet, a good diet. So that's pretty much it. If you're interested in the plan too, check it out at Gravfitt.com, and we can talk more about that. But so that's gonna wrap it up, guys. That's it for our first questions and answer session. About 10 minutes. We got 5 questions done. Thank you guys so much for participating in this. I can't wait to help you out in the future, and _maybe we can hop on, and I can, if you follow me on Periscope too, it's my name is Gravfitt. I believe it's _Grav_fit with 2 T's. You can follow me on Periscope, and we can talk more about. We can do a live Q&A session, so I can get your question out right then and there versus a week time frame. So I really appreciate everything, guys. Stay tuned for more, and follow me on my newsletter, www.gravfitt.com. Take care.